Hello and welcome to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me here on Mondays is our host, Logan Landers. How's it going, Logan?
Hey, I'm doing great, Jeremiah. Happy Labor Day to you, buddy.
Hey, happy Labor Day to you guys, man. Have you already done a lot this weekend, or?
Yeah, man. This weekend, not too much, but I got some plans today. Gonna go take some pictures today. Maybe grill a few some chicken, some barbecue. You know how it is.
Oh yeah,
Hang out
same
by the pool.
here. We're gonna do kind of a vegan Labor Day thing. Do some tofu chicken wings and do some spinach lasagna. But we're gonna do it pretty big today, I think. Have a lot of fun.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little bit of different on this tradition, you know.
Absolutely. Well, today we are talking about JT Daniels, the incoming quarterback for UGA. And Logan, I'm going to let you take it over. Tell us some more about JT Daniels.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So JT Daniels came out of Mater Dei High School out in California. He's a 5-star recruit. So we normally get around 4-star recruits on the show when we talk about our prospects, but this is one of the few 5-stars that we get. So pretty high up there, no doubt. So he signed with the USC Trojans originally. But he also had offers from Alabama, the Miami Hurricanes, the Michigan Wolverines, and also Notre Dame Fighting Irish, just to name a few. Wow. Now, those are already some pretty high, prominent schools that have a lot of history behind them. So he had a lot of good players coming after him, no doubt. So his career stats in high school, 12,014 passing yards, a 68.2% completion percentage. Jeremiah, I want you to hold on to your seat now. 152 passing touchdowns.
Good grief.
And only 14 interceptions in those years that he was there. So very efficient, no doubt. You can definitely see why he was a 5-star recruit throwing for that many yards and that many touchdowns. Yeah. You can see why the Trojans wanted to scoop him up. So his career stats at USC so far haven't been that eye-popping as it was in high school. Mm-hmm. He threw for 2,887 yards and 15 touchdowns. However, this last year he suffered a season-ending knee injury during the first game. So he was, he didn't get much playing time. So then after that, Keaton Slovis took over and he balled out for them. So, Daniels probably saw the signs of, I got this bad knee injury, hurt his ACL and whatnot. And this young, upstart here took over, won the fan base over, all whatnot. So he decided, you know what, I'm going to transfer to the Bulldogs this summer. And man, he didn't know it at the time, but he made a blessing in disguise type of transfer. Because Jamie Newman, who we did a video on a couple of weeks ago, he opted out this past week. So everyone's projecting Daniels to take over to be the starter this year.
Wow.
So, like I said, he went in there going to fight for the starting job against Newman, it looked like. But now, man, it's his for the taking. He's locked in. As long as his knee can hold up and whatnot, it'll be his. But, yeah, some things I liked about him when I was watching footage. A-plus arm strength. This guy has an absolute cannon. I don't know if I'd say Joe Burrow type of arm strength, but pretty close to being up there. Like I said, we saw those numbers in high school, so that's nothing to gripe about, no doubt. He's got really good accuracy, too. Like man, with me, I always like to look at that accuracy, that completion percentage. And if it's above about 65 or so, you're getting pretty good. In college, I think his was around 60, so not the best right now, but, hey, he hasn't played that much. He got that, the first game last year, he had that injury. He's got a really good release, real quick. That's what you need in the quarterback. If you have these, big boned, linebackers and whatnot coming down to give you a sack, you got to be able to get that quick release off so you're not going to be pummeled to the ground. Man, his short passes too, straight money. This guy is absolutely lethal in the short game. That quick release too really helps. As soon as the receiver gets in stride, he'll be able to hit him on the run. Just absolute great accuracy, good passes. He does need to improve on his decision-making and whatnot. So like I said, with that arm strength, you're going to want to be able to let it fly. You're going to be able to want to throw it 40 yards, 50 yards. And sometimes he throws it in a little bit deep coverage where there's a few, cornerbacks and safeties back there. So, just all young quarterbacks are going to have this issue. They want to air it out. Hey, I don't blame them. If I had the arm strength to do that, I would be doing it too, throwing it that far. But no doubt. But, yeah, so the real question is, will his injury impact him going forward? With that knee, it's still not 100% recovered, even at the time of recording this video. Wow. So they're having spring practices now. The season's starting and less than a month almost. I think it's in a week or two. So they really got to make sure that knee is up to par, or else who knows what's going to happen with him. And I hope it recovers for him. He's got a lot of unproven potential, like we saw coming out of high school and whatnot. But hopefully that knee's able to hold up, and he's going to be able to get a few reps in for the Bulldogs. And I know all the fans were wondering last week when Jamie Newman opted out for the season, like, man, this guy just transferred from Wake Forest.
Right.
I don't know, he was in line to be the starting quarterback, and now with under a month left in the season, we're going to have a brand new guy coming in who's still got a little bit of a lingering injury. I wouldn't be 100% confident in him this year, at least in the beginning, up until I see that knee is proven. He can take some hits. He's able to scramble, but hopefully, he bounces back. He's got some good trainers and stuff. So hopefully he's able to get it working and work for the Bulldogs this year.
Whew, yeah, I hope so too, because if he can come even close to that completion percentage that he was just firing away at in high school, then he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And like that many 112 touchdowns,
152.
Good grief, yeah. So man, he definitely wants to show what he can do. And injuries aside, he seems like he is the man to do it. He's got everything in place. But yeah, of course, those injuries that's got to really be weighing on his mind, weighing on the entire team's mind, because he's not going to be able to perform if in the second game he gets taken out over those injuries.
Yep, no doubt.
Great. Well, you have been watching 100 Yards of Football, Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and this is Logan Landers, our host. We've been talking about JT Daniels, the incoming quarterback for UGA, and what his potentials are. If you have any questions or any thoughts on what JT Daniels is doing, please put it in our comments. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe our videos. We are all over Facebook. We're all over YouTube. We're on Twitch. We are on Instagram, and we'd love to hear from you. So please keep it up with us. And if there are any other players that you'd like to hear any prospect videos on, then let us know. Until then, we'll see you just a little bit later in the week on Mondays and Wednesdays live here on the show. See you guys.